Good morning, YouTube friends and family. Welcome to the broadcast. Today we are on our way down to Marion, North Carolina to look at clearing and a driveway quote in the same place. I'm not sure if we're going to have to clear for a driveway or what. I think Miss Kelly took the call on this project. It's a 45-minute drive to where we're going, so we get to sit back and sell for a while. When we get back, I'll be going to haul a load of gravel to a customer. But this video is going to be about taking you guys along with me on this quote and revealing how I'm going to quote it and price it. It's going to be fun. It's a beautiful day. It's 38 degrees, sunny, and I have had plenty of coffee, so I'm set to go for the day. Let's get down to Marion and see what we see. All right, friends, I'm just going to kind of voice over our walkthrough with the customer. Right now, I am looking at the brush pile to the left and the logs that are in that pile. All of those logs were cut to 12 feet, 14 feet, and 16-foot lengths. Right here, he is explaining that there are 11 stumps of this size. They're about 18 inches in diameter at the biggest. There's 11 of those. Right here, I'm looking at that section, and he has come through and cut all the trees down and cut the stumps and the tops loose. The logs are still pretty much intact. You guys can see those, looks like 24-inch, maybe 36-inch double wall black pipes in the bottom right of the screen. I'll have to work around those, and he said that if I took the job that I could just move them out of the way while I'm working. In this cleared area in front of the shed, he needs about a 40-foot by 50-foot area dug out for a basement. It will need to be 8 feet deep. In this segment, he's explaining that he is going to need a driveway about 40 feet cut in from the far end from where we're standing and behind us. Now, you know I can't come through Marion without coming to my pilot truck stop. Beautiful day, guys. I'm telling you, beautiful day. So looking at that site, I mean, it is about as easy as it can possibly get. This guy has already dropped all the trees and cut them up into lengths, but I felt like it was a better thing for me on behalf of the customer and the guy that I'm going to hopefully sub it to, because number one, my buddy that I'm going to send this job to, he has a mill. He saws his own lumber, so that's a win-win for him and for the customer, since I will just say James. Thanks again, James. He's a viewer, and that's kind of how we got to know each other. Really good guy, and he's just gotten into this business and seems to be doing well with it. Anyway, this guy's already got the logs cut up into 12, 14, 16-foot lengths. I don't like pulling stumps without the tree attached. It's just so much easier. The customers always think they're going to save a bunch of money by cutting the trees down themselves, cutting the tops loose, and as far as when it comes to me and my size machine, that's not the case. It is so much easier to leave the tree attached and use the weight of the tree to roll the stump out, then cut the stump and the tops loose. That's how I prefer it. Anytime I go on a site and there's a bunch of logs crisscrossed, laid every which way, and the stump's cut flush at the ground, there's not even a stub sticking up to help give me leverage, the price goes up. So he mentioned the price to me, and right away I was thinking, you know, there's no way at the way I do things that I can make this happen for this guy anywhere close to that price. I charge $1,500 per day for me and any equipment I've got on the site, simply because I can only run one machine at a time. Therefore, at my estimate, I wasn't going to come in very close to that, and I'm not a logger. I don't deal with logs a whole lot, so I couldn't look at the logs and know what they're worth. To me, they're worth a haul bill to get rid of them. But for somebody who's educated like James is and understands how lumber works, more so than me anyway, he can look at it and come up with what the value of those logs are. Then all he has to figure is how much it's going to take to get the stumps out and the brush, and either sit there and nurse them and burn them, or load them up and haul them out. Now, if he wants to, I'll be glad to bring my excavator down after he's got the stumps dug and piled in my big dump truck and load them up and haul them out for him. More than likely, he's just going to want all the work, and that's fine. That's just really the best way for everybody. Therefore, you know, when I look at clearing a job like this, if the trees were still standing, I would charge my daily rate, and then whatever I took the logs to the mill, that's just fuel money for me. I don't work deals out like that, but I really feel like that this customer and James will benefit each other, and it'll work out better. So for you guys who watch this video to see how I would have quoted this job safely, I would have figured $1,500 a day, and since I haven't really quoted the job, I didn't really come up with a number, but I would safely figure 5 days, and that is probably more than what this job is worth. And he also needed a seat for the house dug. So you guys can do that math. $1,500 a day, 5 days of work, and then, you know, what I made off the logs would probably offset what it cost me to take the stumps and the brush off. Typically, especially now that I've got a bigger dump truck, which hopefully you guys will get to see in action very soon. They're finishing it up in the shop. Will be a lot more efficient hauling stumps and brush out. So I'm excited about it. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this little video. I know it's probably not as beneficial as when I sit down with pen and paper, but the main thing I want to show you guys from this is sometimes it's better off to get somebody that's more knowledgeable on a job that can do it accurately. And in our case, anytime we sub a job out, we take 10% of profit on that job. And that usually covers our cost of advertising, which if you guys knew how much I spent on advertising, 10% is not too bad. And we'll make a little bit of money that way too. So don't be afraid to look at jobs that you know right off the bat are a little out of your knowledge, because there's a good chance that you know somebody that can do the job, and you can still make a little bit of money on that project. And if nothing else, you work with your subcontractor and learn a little something. Have some fun, develop some really good relationships, and grow your business that way. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate the support. Check us out in the description. I've got my handy little link to the Diggin' Life merchandise. Check it out, see if you can find something over there for you or a special somebody. Really, the best thing you guys can do to support this little channel is like, comment, and subscribe, especially comment. And if I heart your comment, it means that I read it. I don't just go through there, you know, hearting comments. I love the comments. You guys are so positive and supportive, and I couldn't ask for better viewers. Very rarely do we get haters anymore. We get a lot of love from our YouTube community, and we really appreciate it, guys. We look forward to seeing you on the next video. It's going to be a good one. See y'all there.